With this one, you should be able to see me in there, red, orange, and yellow guy. So normally with my bridal parties, what that are saying in front of me, I make the joke that I'm the hottest thing inside the video right now. Literally. It usually slays, by the way, because half of them are drunk. But anyway, I'm making that point because, you know, Aaron already said that we're looking for cold spots. So he's exactly right. Those cold spots are going to be blue and black. We're looking for the blue and black areas to either move or to take shape on their own. When I say take shape, I want a head, shoulders, moving arms, and legs. That's what we've caught in the past. So hopefully that's what we're going to capture again. Now, I will tell you, like, this is not YouTube and TV. So I get about 4 to 5 of those solid pieces that I will call it paranormal per year, not per episode. So just kind of keep that in mind. But again, if we're not recording, we're not going to capture it. The other cool thing about this FLIR thermal imaging camera is I have it set up to where there's a blue dot bouncing around the screen. The blue dot is there to show you the coldest spot in the frame at that particular moment. So I usually look for 15-degree temperature drops. Our ambient temperature tonight is 62. So I'm going to be looking for 47 degrees and colder out of that blue dot when I'm going through it. In the event we don't have the full blue head, shoulders, arms, and legs, I might find a cold spot that was just generating and you were just sweeping by it. So that's kind of how that goes. So remember, if you hit it by the time you think you see something, it's already gone.
So what's your life?
So you're basically, like I said, the safety director. You're going to be scouting the whole
He gonna call me Meat. You got audacity to call me Meat.
That's why. Which president?
Where's the mansion?
Let's see.
Why to the mansion?
Who's your boyfriend? You get a number, something so that's kind of how this works. Something 20 at that building and it's reading it. It's 20 right there. So again, something sweeping by and
I got 14-year-old. Anybody 14?
No, but the number 14 is relevant.
Okay.
I'll explain before we
All right. What happened? I got 14-year-old and little emoji cat. What happened? What's your question? What happened to the mansion?
I don't see nothing.
Where's the mansion?
I ain't getting nothing, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted that. what the thing James got?
you get to ask a woman, you know what I mean? Because I got Myra, Emily, and Dante. So, and Dante, like, these are...
See nothing. What you hearing, bro? Let me ask you a question.
Alright.
Is your name...
What's that lady name? Eliza?
Is your name Eliza?
I got nothing.
How old are you? So, in real time, it's going to look like this right here. And this right here.
What happened to the mansion?
It's going to look like a mansion. So it's going to be somebody kind of waving by, beginning by the line. You're going to see there's a lot to it. Nothing dark. Kind of think it's down.
What happened to the mansion?
Ask if it's here right now.
Huh?
Ask if you're here right now.
Are you here right now?
If you're here right now, come in any two of these cameras.
Excuse me, sir. It's
What you got? What you got, Jay? What you got, Jay?
Look. I swear to look. Trillion move.
Trillion move, bro.
He gonna say yo.
What? He was chasing me? He was chasing me?
No, I don't wanna.
Oh, I see.
Oh, it's
That's the pole.
That's the pole.
On my life, I seen a whole body, yo.
So I scared it.
So let me just tell you straight up that is always going to try to make it look like a person.
Oh, those are leaves fluttering around.
So
branches.
it's picking up the branches.
Yeah, the branches.
And it'll
yeah.
even pick up the subtlety of the window to the window pane on that
Yeah,
restaurant.
yeah, I
It's
see it.
subtle, and I had that sensitivity turned down.
Yeah, I see it.
I said,
Again,
which president?
even if you want to try to keep somebody in view too, so like Phil's in the view right now, right? So if somebody's like floating above them, that's nothing. That's something back there. It would be standing on the ground. Okay, the record is sorted.
Right. Because it wasn't in the tree.
Oh,
It was like right
It said it was built in 19. Something. It didn't finish it, but it said it was like built in 19.
What is that?
I was
It said it built
scared.
in 19, clear as day. Like,
19.
yeah, it didn't finish what else, but it just said it was built in 19.
I asked which president.
Ghost to.
Should I go back over there?
Oh yeah. Come over here. What happened to the mansion, lady? I'm probably making it mad.
Dang, I keep getting something, but I moved my
Hold it
number
steady.
6. I got number 6.
So we had 5, 6.
5, and I got 14 earlier too.
14 is a whole different color than this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
So even when you hear a full phrase, like built in 19, I'm not always looking at maybe something was built in 19. I'm
Okay.
looking at just the number 19 or the word built. The reason why is because that thing is slowed down. They're gonna might get a word before or after. So if, like, what color is a big red barn? You might get Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I heard that earlier. I swear I heard that earlier.
And he got intention.
But I don't need Rudolph the Nosed Reindeer. I just needed red. Do you see where I'm going?
Oh, okay. It's like a clue.
See,
Okay,
he got
okay.
intention. When we was
Gotcha,
working with him,
so
he got
every-
intention. I'm like, okay, what was the intention? Because we was asking about the funeral, the pallbearer.
Okay.
And so then he got intention. What was the other word? Yeah, then it said the meaning. Because we was asking a question.
What?
Said what?
Cold. Ooh, hold up. This is where we started out.
Lord have mercy. H, you get something, bro?
I got Rudolph again.
Nah, I'm
I keep
gone,
getting
bro.
Rudolph,
No, I can't do it, bro.
swear.
Ooh, hold on. Let me slow it down.
Every location you go to.
Sorry.
Yeah, bro.
It was my shadow. Yeah.
Hey, Trent. Wouldn't this be like the entrance of the house?
Actually, you're right. What
This-
happened to the mansion? What happened to the mansion?
All right, let's go, Trent. Sure. You saying something?
I do. I understand.
Huh?
He said, "Do you understand my language?"
Oh,
Oh, no.
he said, do you understand my language?
Nope.
Let's pull everybody in.
Come on.
You know what? It's crazy that you say that. Her name's Jana, but it's crazy because one of the ministers, that's crazy though, one of the ministers at my church calls her Joyana. I can't, not, it's
Did I just say it the
crazy.
exact same
Yeah,
way?
you said
Yes,
Joanna.
and that's exactly, you say Joy, and my name is Joy, but her middle name is Joy. And it's crazy though because
Are you a go?
Down it said golden.
Do you want me to stop recording? Yeah, just go ahead and stop this.
Hold on, so this the alley, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't she buried in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
The alley named Philadelphia.
Oh. Whoa. He just made it make sense. He said this that. You smart.
Right. I know. I am.
Oh my God. Oh no. He said.
Stop here, but I want to see if this group's going to go past this. They might. So.
I didn't even realize it was people behind
Yeah, there's going to be people behind us. Just let them pass through. Joy, go ahead and put yours on mute if you don't mind. Excuse us. And by the way, in case I didn't tell y'all, you're the weirdos, so they're all going to look at us because you got the blinky light gear. They don't. So just kind of be prepared. So yeah, if you're wondering where all the weirdos are tonight, you're them.
So does this alleyway connect to the other place?
No.
Oh, never mind.
I know it says Philadelphia Alley at the end.
Never mind.
But I can
I thought you made a connection.
I got
Right.
over there by the table thing. I could see your energy, and then another one I got was like a weather report saying the 60s going to like the 50s,
that was along the way here.
and yeah, that was like on the crossway.
Okay. And then, let's see, energy. Joy, did you get anything? Did you get anything out of yours?
nothing that I can.
Okay.
I heard a bunch of stuff I couldn't figure out what it was.
And I look
heard a
at it
bunch
this
of
way.
stuff.
If you didn't hear it, you weren't meant to hear it.
Okay, yeah.
So, remember, we're going to be in here kind of stirring things up, and then we're going to go across the street, and I'll give you another piece of history over there. You're going to get answers from both locations. So if you do have a camera, we do want to shoot the camera, not necessarily on me like what you are. You can almost grab that top handle and just hold it at your side, going one way or the other, preferably that way because we do have people that way. So again, just grab it and just hold it at your right side, so that way we actually have a shot of the alley. So the same thing goes with yours, Aaron. Most people do kind of like the belly shot. You can go either way, but that's kind of how it doesn't always have to be on me if you guys are getting the point. Remember, we're at a 7 or above at this location. Every ghost tour comes down here. I was actually going to take this out this year. This was going to be the space, but I'm going to be doing it intermittently simply because I get so much evidence from this guy, it's not even funny. But I wanted to take it out because every tour literally comes here. Here's how the story goes, because we all tell the same story. I'm just going to give you different details because you're not on the campfire marshmallow kind of ghost tour like what they are down there. So, a doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. In the event that the song Brown Eyed Girl shows up on Trill's device while we're here, it's not uncommon to hear that because it's part of his name. You guys are getting my point. So, Dr. Ladd moves here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a bunch of money from her dead parents. She's an attorney, helping her out with all of the cash flow. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money, so he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. He moves to Charleston to prove that he's not. On his way into town, he was set up to be robbed and killed by the coachman that he had. It's kind of like having a bad Uber driver. So just kind of think of it that way. Somebody was walking by and seeing what was about to happen. That guy's name was Ralph Isaacs. I stop and say his name slowly because Ralph has the same initials as where the doctor came from. Rhode Island, Ralph Isaacs. We were getting the letters RI all the time on regular spirit boxes, so I bought another device that basically acts like a digital Ouija board. So I wanted to make sure I had the exact letters, and in the year that I've had it, we've had it about half a dozen times whenever I bring up Ralph's name, so now I know who it's relative to. But anyway, back to Ralph. He tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me. I got friends at 59 Church Street. You can rent a room down there, and you'll be safe. Doc took him up on the offer, and the two gentlemen became friends. The longer the doctor stays here in Charleston, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. It's not after Amanda's money. She got wind of this, and she's moving down so that way they can get married. Dr. Ladd became known as the Whistling Doctor. That's another reason why I was going to take this out, is because every haunted city you will ever visit in the future is going to have a cliched whistling ghost. I don't like cliches, but I'm a writer. You can see why I don't like cliches. But at the same time, moving back to Dr. Ladd and Ralph, they go see plays together, but they cannot sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. So, on the way home, they're talking about this play they just saw, and they're arguing over the actress. Dr. Ladd thought the new actress was awesome. Ralph didn't. They start arguing, and then Ralph is insulting the doctor's fiance back home in Rhode Island. So it gets really ugly, and they go their separate ways. But Ralph puts an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of thing. Doc saw the ad and rebutted with, let's go to Dueler's Alley. That's where you are. This is where duels used to occur. Let's settle this once and for all, and somebody's going to die. So they came down here, they went back to back, they took their 10 paces away from each other, they turned, and the doctor pointed his gun in the air. He shot his one shot. He didn't want to kill his friend, he just wanted to have the courage and bravery to show up. However, Ralph has his one bullet still. He puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doc doesn't die. He falls to the ground. His friends picked him up and took him home to 59 Church Street, where he dies 10 days later, November 2nd of 1786, after refusing medical treatment and 10 days after the duel. I'm going to point out two things. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds are a lot different back then than they are now. He's also a doctor, which means he probably just tried to bleed out the bullet because he thought he had lead poisoning. But he failed because he died. Now, all of these tours that you see around us are telling their people to listen for the whistles. We have 2 cameras running plus my voice recorder. We're going to capture a whistle. It's going to be on one of those 3 devices. Secondly, spirit boxes, especially one that's running like what Troy's using right now, I've gotten whistling parts of songs and the word doctor from a commercial immediately after. Doctor, we get it all the time. Dozens upon dozens of times. So again, it's okay that you're not listening to it right now. It's recording. It's perfectly fine. So if we get it, we get it. There's other clues that will pop up around Dr. Ladd. His birthday shows up all the time, even though we're not even in the same month. It comes up all the time. It's kind of like his way of just letting us know he's here. We will get all these weird little clues. The address will show up, things about the house, things about, Dr. Ladd personally will show up, but kind of keep that in mind. I will also tell you that if you're going to try this on your own, I know you guys are only staying for one more day. I did get that much information out of you guys. And if you go through this alley on your own, even during the daytime, and turn on your voice recorders, and trying to capture those whistles, just remember that every local knows this story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland Street or Queen, we all throw a whistle down the alley. I do it I used to do it every night because my office is over there. My old garage is that way, which means I used to have to pass this alley about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd always throw a whistle down here ever since I got thrown out. Let's talk about that, because that's the fun part of the story. This alley didn't always go all the way through the way we came in. The reason why is because there was a wall up there, and this was called Cow Alley. This is where they kept the livestock for the city of Charleston. So a bunch of cows and chickens and all kinds of livestock down here. What that means for you guys is that the bricks on the other side are older than the ones we're standing on. Those bricks down there are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's one full handprint from a slave child down there and fingerprint swipes in others. I used to take my groups down there all the way through for a history lesson. Nothing paranormal about it. Remember the way I treat cemeteries. That's the last place you're going to find that slave child. He's not there staring at the brick. He's with his mama somewhere, right? So with that, November 26th of 2020, I took my group down there. My entire group of 10 is huddled around the brick, waiting for something to happen. I know nothing's going to happen. I'm also trying to be respectful to the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. We're right outside this gentleman's dining room window. Well, he came out screaming. He was not happy with us. My daughter thought it was hysterical, by the way, because she was on the tour that night, and she was, 14, 15 years old at the time, and she thought it was hysterical. So we moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't turn on Thanksgiving because I used to work for Walmart in upper management, and we all know what Thanksgiving looks like on Walmart, right? I've been scarred for life because moms like to fight over towels. So the next day, bless you, the next day was the 28th. I called my partner the next day, and I kind of told him what happened with the neighbor down there, and he laughed at me just like my daughter did. And he said, dude, you're not allowed to go down that far. You're only allowed to go down about halfway, which is about where that group's standing right now. They know their limits. So he said, you're going to have to reroute your group. What I told my group that night, because I'm sold out again, it's Black Friday, I said, I don't believe in the next story because I've never had anything happen there, and I'm a vampire guy. I'm not into pirates. We're obviously talking about pirates next. Before we left, somebody with a spirit box heard the name Anne. I didn't tell them which pirate we were going to be talking about. The famous female pirate, Anne Bonny. So it's kind of like, oh, snap, maybe we're going to get something. We go around the corner, and I told them what I did know, which wasn't much. Somebody else, here's the number 300. I don't know what that one means. I write it down. I do the research on that. We were there November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy was on November 28th of 1720, the exact 300-year anniversary of her pirate trial. I was actually ticked off. Let me explain why. Pirate stories come from pirate lore. Pirate lore, and I'll be honest, I have a master's degree in creative writing, which means all my degrees are in English. Pirate stories again, those pirate stories came from 100 years after the golden age of piracy. So we're going to let this group pass through so we can either split the seas or come closer to me.
Yes.
Any numbers?
No.
No?
There's nothing right here.
Okay. Just, again, you can see where the lampposts are, so you can see where we're kind of looking at those kind of things. Any words showing up for us, James? Have you looked at that thing at all?
Yeah, I had got. I got like on the way here. It was PC, and then when we got here, it said search everywhere. Zone independent, sometimes alphabet, and now it say margin.
Independence is interesting because so I talked about the signers of the Constitution earlier. One of them is literally buried on the other side of this wall. So I would be more interested if it said signer and not so much independence, because it wasn't the Declaration of Independence that he signed, it was the Constitution. So two different documents. So it's the margin is interesting. I'm also interested in where you said PC, just like the letters PC. What the hell is that? It's Charles Pinckney's initials backwards. Was my first thought. It's a stretch, but I do like it.
Yeah.
Still like it. So what's going to happen from here is we're going to go up and around the corner. As far as our cameras go, you guys can keep them running if you want to, because we're not going to be going too far. EMF, we will be able to spread out, but the EMF at that location can be very minimal. I'm actually excited about a 2.5, so kind of keep that in mind. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Definitely listen to your spirit boxes along the way to see what we have going on. Klaus, I'm going to do an experiment with you at the next location, since you're going to be, sitting down. I'm going to try something new that I haven't tried before. But what's weird about this location is I'm also trying something new for our last location, but it starts here. So basically, I believe that Dr. Ladd likes to intercept with our last location, and I'm going to try to prove it. So I'm going to I have a code word written in my notebook. I will show you what it is. I don't want to do that. I don't want to show it to anybody just yet. So I'm going to basically just exploit it so that way Dr. Ladd can see it. And if he says it during our last location, I will know for sure that he is following from one location to the other. It'll kind of prove the point that I believe that our spirits are travelers and they're just not necessarily locked or trapped in one location. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
It'll make more sense once we get to that location and why I'm not showing it to you. Because the last location is a full-blown experiment different than what we've been doing all night long. Where the hell did I put that code word? I wrote it nice and big so I could find it. Alright, so I'm going to turn over here. Dr. Ladd, if you could take a look at this word, if you are here, this way you can say the word during our last experiment, and I can prove that you were somewhere else. Okay. Alright, let's go learn about crazy rated R pirates, and let's see if we can get it over there. You can keep rolling if you want.
Oh, wait, I was recording that whole time.
Hey, don't put them up, bro.
I got $750.
You ready?
Oh, so he wanted to stop real quick?
$750.
Mr. Nick. $750.
He said $750. $750.
He said 750 or 50.
2 months later, he's got a similar situation where his apartment's
$50 is relevant.
700.
7?
He said 750.
He just said $275.
Man.
I'm getting.
He's in a budget. Yeah, ain't got to look back.
I'm going to put some money in my pocket. Put some money in mine, too.
average is good.
She said it's fighting.
And the average is good.
He just said average is good.
What?
But you said it's we fighting.
This thing said we're fighting.
Oh,
Yeah, and they got beef.
he just said if we're fighting, it's time to go back.
Oh,
Oh my life, he just said that.
Hold up, y'all said that we're fighting.
He said it's just we're fighting, it's time to go back.
Try to go back to the hotel room.
It just said we're fighting, it's time to go back.
I ain't
Oh my
gonna
life, he just said that. Clear as day.
lie. Saint Philip.
Oh my.
Dun dun dun.
I ain't gonna lie, this church look haunted.
Oh my life.
They go up to the top.
This ain't holy.
You say you good at 2.5?
I'm actually excited about 2.5 on that back half.
Okay.
So these parking meters and things like that are going to influence.
All right.
All right. That's our trip. You got to get excited about everything above it. So
You hear something like what?
exactly, because you want to find out if it's relevant.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about dueling, which is technically a fight. Now, we would normally get words like competition and compete and competitors and that kind of thing over there, but I'll take we're fighting. I think that's a good one. So
We fighting too.
we're actually here really early, I think. Again, I don't time this; we just kind of go. But you guys showed up really early, so I think
Yeah.
that's why I saw so many tours down Philadelphia Alley. Normally, by the time I get there, there's nobody there but us. These cars should be leaving here very shortly, so they'll be out of our way. But I'm going to be doing an experiment here after I give you guys a history with KLAUS. What's going to happen here is I normally save this for the part of the last event that we're going to be doing, but I'm going to give him a virtual reality cam while he's sitting down, and my phone's going to be in there, and it's going to use EMF. So basically like the machine that we're already using, and it's going to translate that into images for him. What we're hoping for is that we're going to be getting images relative to pirates. That's really all I'm looking for. I've only tested this here, I don't know, maybe once, probably 6 or 8 months ago, just to see if we we're going to get anything. It was unsuccessful, but hopefully he gets some images that are going to come through, and we'll be able to see how it's actually going to work. We're here because of that little building right there. Did you guys notice those giant crosses on the building? Those are not crosses. Those are earthquake bolts. So if you don't know what that is, they're basically turnbuckles. If we have another earthquake, like what we did in 1886 that I talked about earlier, you can tighten those and it'll tighten the building so it doesn't incur any further damage. It's a great idea, it just doesn't work. And it's the only reason I bring them up is because it's part of the reason why we're here. Those earthquake bolts were the first set that Charleston ever put in because that's the oldest government building in South Carolina. It was finished in 1713. So we are here because that building is what I call a familiar. It was being constructed at the same time that Anne Bonny came here to start her new life. So you guys will all watch the YouTubers and the TV shows. You've seen the Boo Buddy before, right? So that's where it's basically the teddy bear with the little K2 blinky light guy in there. So they're trying to attract the child ghost. Now think of that whole experiment that they're doing is because they're trying to attract the child ghost because they would recognize the Boo Buddy as a toy. Think of that concept with this building. There's not many buildings this old in Charleston, so we're hoping that this is going to attract her at the same time that we are here. It's a 50-50 roll of the dice if she'll actually be here or not. So it's not. Now, here's how her story goes. Follow me, there's a couple of twists on this one. I'll slow down on the twists and I'll breeze right through it because there's a lot here. 1708, a young lady moves here from Ireland. Her name is Anne Cormac. She comes here with her father and his mistress. The mistress is Anne's mother. Is everybody with me so far on how that twist works? The three of them are running away from her father's angry wife. How mad was that woman that she kicked them out of the damn country with no airplanes? It's 1708. They came here by boat, and she was angry. They landed in Georgetown. You guys know where that's at, right? So, I'm between us and Myrtle Beach. So, Dad bought a plantation in Georgetown, but Mom died pretty quickly. That means Dad is now sending young Anne down here to Charlestown to sell things from the plantation to help keep things afloat. So,
You said Charles?
Charlestown. This used to be
It
called...
just said Charles on here.
I was surprised by it. Remember I told you about the Constitution signer? He's buried right over there. We are just on the opposite side of that wall. So he will show up, and there's another clue that he'll give to kind of verify that it's him. So I'll kind of wait for it between either spirit box or even our word list.
Okay.
So I'm not surprised. Where was I? Oh, so back home in Ireland, Anne was said to be a badass even back then when she was a little girl. They say when Anne was 7, 8, or 9 years old, remember this is pirate stories and nothing's exact, they say she killed a servant with a knife to the belly. So again, young girl that did that. So I just want to give you her mentality as we kind of move through her history. Now, fast forward, the building's done in 1713. By 1715, pirates are starting to come through Charlestown. Anne is stoked. The reason why is because she's going to fall in love with one of these pirates so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. So, the first guy she fell in love with, I say it that way is because there's going to be a lot, and we're going to cover them all. That's what makes the story. The first guy is James Bonny. You already see where this one's going because I already told you her pirate name. Dad didn't approve. He's a filthy pirate. They ran away to Jamaica. They got married. And Cormac became Anne Bonny. That's where her pirate name came from. However, when they get down there, she realizes her new husband is not the Captain Jack Sparrow that she was hoping for, right? Because that's what all the young ladies wanted. That full freedom, full-fledged drunk pirate. Anyway, this guy turns out to be a privateer, which means he's a spy for the British. He's a coward. This isn't who she wants. She falls in love again. Guy number 2. This is John Rackham, but everybody calls him Calico Jack. This is the guy they based your Johnny Depp character off of, in case you were wondering. Jack has his own crew. He has his own ship. Anne wants to be part of the crew, but you can't put a female on a pirate ship because it's bad luck. So Jack makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy, look like the crew, you can be part of the crew. She's okay with this because Dad used to cross-dress her as a boy apprentice back home in Ireland to hide her from his wife. She gets it. It's a man's world. But pretty much adults here, right? Put 2 and 2 together. She's a female in his quarters. She's eventually going to get pregnant. You can't have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. Somebody will figure out that she's a girl, and then they're going to get rid of Jack as captain. So Jack drops her off in Cuba. Have the baby here with these friends of mine. They'll help you out and come back later. And we will figure it out when you get back. She goes and has the baby, but returns without a child. I have no idea what happened to the baby. If you ask those questions when we're doing round robins, by all means, get an answer. I just can't prove it. So she comes back without the child, but she's also dressed like a female. This makes Jack pretty angry. Now everybody's going to know he let a girl on the ship. So to make him even more mad, she's going to go flirting with the pirate crew he just captured. They're down below deck. So we're on guy number 3, in case you lost track. Guy number 3 turns out to be a female, dressed like a guy, to be part of the crew that Calico Jack just captured. So now we have 2 young ladies being, dressed as males, trying to be pirates. Her name is Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a pirate. So Mary and Anne became friends for sure, maybe lovers, we're not really sure. But the British find out where they are. They send a whole fleet of ships to come take out one pirate ship. Anne and Mary, rumor is, they were the only 2 pirates that came up to fight with 1-bullet flintlocks because they don't know how to use cannons yet. They haven't been pirates for very long. Obviously, 2 ladies with 1-bullet guns are not going to take on a whole fleet of Navy cannons. They get arrested, and as they're being arrested, Anne looks at Jack and tells him, "I'm sorry to see you here, but if you would have fought like a man, you wouldn't be hanged like a dog." The word dog shows up a lot on your communication devices. The judge wants to see the 2 quote-unquote men that fought back so valiantly on their own. He's already tried and hung Calico Jack and the drunk pirates that wouldn't fight. They're dead and gone. The 2 ladies go in front of the judge, reveal their gender, hoping to save themselves. The judge could give a shit that they are female. He's still going to hang them. They're still pirates. They scream out, "We plead our bellies," because you cannot hang a pregnant woman in 1720. It's illegal. So he sends them both back to jail, delays the hanging. Dad is still up here in South Carolina. He still has all of his Irish money. He bails out Anne and basically brings her home. And she remarries. That's husband number 2, but guy number 4, because we're going to count Mary, we don't really know. She has 4 kids, dies at the age of 84. Very abrupt ending, because we don't know squat about her after her pirate career. Many, many rumors, and I don't like to spread them. So if we get different answers, we get different answers. Mary Reed died 5 months later in that Jamaican jail from whatever pirates die from in a Jamaican jail. Use your imagination. Most books tell you that it was fever. I'm going to tell you it might have been scurvy. What the hell do I know? So again, they're just trying to make things polite in the books, I think. So I'm not going to control this environment like what I did with the Pinckney Mansion site and give you very focused questions. What I am going to tell you is a few things that I left out of the story on purpose, so at least you had something to work with. Everything else is fair game. Remember, I don't have all the answers. So, things I left out. The names of Anne's parents. That's the father and the mistress. I did not tell you what those names are, but yes, I do know them. I did not tell you the city where she grew up in Ireland. That is very specific of where she grew up. The name of Calico Jack's ship and the color of her hair. Ask whatever you want to in here. It's fair game. She's pretty open to it. So cameras in here. We do have somebody like still sitting in their car, so just try to stay away from their car. What we got?
What's the building used for now?
It's a museum.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a fascinating architectural piece. But it is a museum, and it's a good $5 to spend to get out of our heat or cold, whatever season you're here. I mean, you guys are here a pretty comfortable season. But it's still interesting to go see all the different wars it's served in, because there's a uniform for all of them. They talk about the construction of the building, because it is very
What did he say?
I'm not saying question.
All right, let's spread out. Let's do this.
I'm gonna turn it up. Over here. What's the color of your hair?
Oh goodness.
What happened?
That thing said 146.
It said 100. What it?
Nope.
It said 146.
Oh, good.
Who's on the phone? Who's on your phone? Who's on your phone?
No. Where the church at? Over here? Bruh, Anna, let me tell you something. Guess what we out here doing, bruh? They got us out here doing some white people stuff, bruh. We out here ghost adventure. We out here ghost hunting. Literally, Anna. If you think I'm lying, I swear to, bro, we got that. You know, the voice box thingy.
Tree. I mean, wait, I don't know whether that's. You think that's the tree?
Nah, that can't be a tree because it got the head.
But it say. You think?
Anna, no, bro, nah,
I think it's.
nah,
Yeah, I
it
think-
can't be that.
It gotta be. Yeah, it's the tree.
Anna, we at some old church, bro. Anna, we out here doing some white people stuff,
Do
bro.
you think this is the tree or no?
Right back up.
Huh? Bruh, we're doing some white people stuff right now.
You said what?
And I'm scared, bruh.
You think that's the tree?
Literally. No, it's not abandoned. Anna, yes. I said we looking for a ghost. Literally. No, I thought it was like a haunted trail or something. But they out here
That's weird. It's
not yet.
moving no more.
We got like voices and stuff.
It's still on the 100 thing?
Hey, Ann, what's the color of your hair? Ann, what's the color of your hair?
Huh?
I'm not finding it.
Alright, bruh. I'm gonna call you after this. I'm gonna call you after this.
Sorry.
Huh?
I wasn't meaning to.
Alright, Anna.
I was trying to get over there.
What's your mom name?
What you guys the mom name?
Cause that's what you asked, right? What's the waitress name, Ann? Ann, what's your waitress name? Hey, Ann.
Ask what happened to the baby.
Huh?
Ask what happened to the baby.
Ann, what happened to your kid? Hey, Ann, can you tell us what happened to your kid? Hey, Ann, what happened to your kid?
Might go over here with this dude.
Hey, Ann, if you're here, can you tell us what happened to your kid, please? Hey, Ann, what happened to your kid?
Straight on. Watch this.
Hey, Ann, can you tell us?
Boom.
Hey, Ann, can you tell us the color of your hair? Hey, Ann, what's your waitress name?
Y'all had any luck?
Nope. I heard doing these white
Bro,
people
I wish
stuff.
I had yo, right?
Right.
You can ask.
You can't see nothing.
You can ask to switch, girl. He said you could be switching hours.
Trying to switch, bro.
I want that. Me too. I want to hear stuff. That give me that. It sound like that give me.
There's a dude with his face is red, his cheeks turning red. He got some kind of stick. He has like a.
But he
piece
got a
of plank,
VR
piece of
headset on,
wood
so it's.
They're sharpened into a stick, and he has a beard.
No way.
And his face is turning. His cheeks and his eyes are
What color
turning
is his
red.
beard?
It's nothing here. It's more like a goatee hanging down, but all his hair is coming down and it's coming to a point to his chest. And then he has on that's supposed like a smock, and now he's gone. But he had like a plank that he sharpened into a point. But his eyes and his cheeks would turn a different color. Like, you know how you get flustered when your cheeks get red like that.
What color was his beard though?
It was like salt and pepper. His hair all came down.
Can't wait to see this.
His hair came down to right here.
Yep.
And then the beard started right here.
I love it.
And then it came to a point.
Love it.
This is actually interesting because when I walked back over here, it's just
And
zero.
so he was holding it in his left hand because the wooden plank was off that way. But his face, like I said, his face, his cheeks, and around his eyes were turning red like he was getting flustered or something.
All right, let's pull you out of there.
Okay.
It's been about 6 minutes. Just go ahead and peel it off your face.
Okay.
We're gonna do this experiment again later, but
So,
I can't wait to see.
Do we switch, like, out with people?
Yeah. How about it? Anybody that wants to swap with you, man, go ahead. I'm good with it.
Yeah, now you're ready to do something now. See, before he was nervous about it. I told you what, I knew they would like it once they got past all the boogie woogie. Yeah, there it is. That's it right there.
No, he didn't say his name.
the name.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out.
Aaron,
What's the Memphis name, man?
it's him. You're not even looking.
Somebody want to switch, bro. It's getting boring.
Well,
You
but
want to switch
everybody
with me?
wanna do training job. Sure, you have
Huh?
to switch.
You want to switch with me?
Yes, please.
Hey. Okay. I ain't gonna count. I'm on my bet.
That do seem kind of boring. Trey gonna have to switch. Trey.
No, I'm cool.
Y'all look at this. Can we switch?
That's the option.
Let me switch with you.
I gotta close my iPod. Right.
Still on their property over here.
That's what they all research.
Okay, where do you guys see what's going on here? First
Nothing.
off, let me tell you, let me get what you guys heard. Joy, let's start with you. Anything?
We heard.
I can't
We
remember
heard
the
a
name. I
name,
asked the
but we
name
can't
of
remember the name of the
the
ship.
ship.
But
Oh
we
What,
can't
what was the
remember.
name that you heard?
That's what I'm saying. We
You never
What
know.
it start with?
Like, you know, like a thing, like a.
No, we heard it just as
like
good.
Lil John or something.
Yeah, something. Oh my
but
goodness.
I'm not sure.
I'm so
We was
upset.
standing
We was
right
standing
there.
right there. Yeah, as soon as
John.
he said I heard it.
Lil
Yeah,
John.
They getting
And I
John.
went and walked after
Shippy
50
John.
questions. I forgot.
Anna John.
It'll come to her.
King John.
What
I
else,
don't
Terrell,
know.
did you get anything on yours?
I don't think I got anything.
Okay.
If you say something, I'll probably heard it, but like.
But that's why I want you to tell me like what you may have heard now.
I heard her hair. I heard blonde.
Okay.
But
It's funny
I don't
because you
really-
did get the word yellow.
Yeah, yellow. I heard blonde like 2 times, but I don't really think I heard it like right.
Okay.
But I
Anything
think
else
it's
stand out
blonde.
to you?
Nah, I don't think so.
And then James, any other words on your word list that?
Alright, so I had smile, calm,
Gouge, I think. Gouge.
Gouge.
G-O-U-G.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gouge.
equally, shower, try.
Elemental.
Elemental and amazing. And now it's unexpected.
Got that word equally again, didn't we? Let me explain that one. It's the same principle. I will tell you, most pirates were African. I want you to stop and think about what pirates did for a living. They plundered ships and took the cargo. Slaves were considered cargo. They would give them an option: join our crew, or we can send you to the Americas to go be slaves. What do you think they did? Became pirates. So equals, love it. Any other readings? We did get a 146. So yeah,
I got 40 something. I did get a 40 something.
40 something.
Yeah.
So did an experiment with Dad/KLAUS over here. And basically what he did was, you guys seen him wearing basically that virtual reality cam, right? So what that does is it generates images for us based off of EMF. So we actually had 2 images that I believe are relevant to our space. First image, and you might want to crowd around so I can show them to you.
Oh.
So the first image that came through was this.
That's right there.
Exactly. Even look at the bluish pattern. It almost looks like it's going to be the bricks of the building, because this is definitely standing out. Crazy, right?
It's even slanted like that one too.
Crazy. So the next image that came through, I don't know what this is just yet. So even if, when I do get weird stuff like this, I do put it through Google Lens. We have enough technology today that'll tell me what it is. So if it's relevant to something, maybe it is. I don't know yet. Last but not least.
What?
Oh,
I'm going to tell you who this is. Are you guys ready for this?
Wow.
So I want you to look at this man's face.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I'm going to point out a couple of things. First off, this man looks like he has red eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see it on here.
Secondly, his garb that he's wearing. I want you to notice, like, this is very plain clothing that would be found in the 1700s.
Oh, wow.
He's also holding a plank that looks like it's sharpened to a point.
Wait, is it when they were doing it?
Nope.
Oh, wait, that's what that.
This is probably a very young Blackbeard. Now, Blackbeard was also known to be the devil, because he would always have red eyes, and he would put flames in his beard for the fear, so he can gain the fear of his crew.
He said God. I heard God like 3 times.
So we will get things relevant to Blackbeard from time to time while we're over here, kind of stirring things up about Anne Bonny. It's the same time period, and it's not like they didn't know each other. Blackbeard also has a very small history here in Charleston, because he did blockade the city looking for medicine. He had syphilis from one of his 14 wives. So he was looking for medication to help with that. So he blockaded the city and held it for ransom until he got enough medicine to leave the harbor. So he does have a small history here, and I've been looking for more things relevant to Blackbeard here. When he started describing it and he said red eyes, I'm like, oh shit, we got him. So I would guess that this is a very young, very disturbed look of Blackbeard. So
With syphilis, you would be disturbed. You know what? That's almost like what they be wearing when they in the, when they sick, because they wouldn't have one in their regular clothes. They just have one just to.
Right, he's wearing his undergarments.
Yeah,
Right.
undergarments, yeah.
I am in love with this right now. Like, this is me excited, guys. Just in
No,
case
I
you're
was
wondering.
excited when I saw the cross.
Yeah, the cross is very cool. Like, I love that. But when I
that
get
came on, I said, man, I said, he done put something on here for me to see. You know?
So let's cover the answers, and then I will. I'm sorry. What was
Is
the
that
question?
your first time getting something like that?
Here? Yes.
Do you have any more like tools or something?
Any more what?
Like
Yeah.
gadgets or whatever it is
Oh,
called?
we're gonna be going through some more stuff. I'm gonna switch it up at the next location.
Thank God.
Go back there.
Which one? The man?
No.
Well,
Google
you said
image.
you found on Google image wasn't sure exactly what it.
That is really so
Yo.
cool. And then
Who
when you
X
started
X
saying the red
X?
eyes,
Who was
I
that
thought
man we
of
just seen?
Huh?
X, who was that man we just seen?
You wanted
And
to see
who's
it,
that
you
man
wanted
on
to
the
good
screen we
lines.
just
No,
saw?
no, no.
Black dude.
She
that her
said,
other man?
you know.
Did she
Say swear. Say swear.
Swear.
Oh, good.
Swear. She just said, you know. And who is Blackbeard?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
I can see where you're going.
Son, leaking out of
Superstar.
from a superstar? Then he just asked, and who's the man on the photo? And she said, you know.
Oh.
She just said, I asked her, do you know Blackbeard? And she said, superstar.
He would have been considered basically the Hall of Famer.
Oh my
I mean, that's scary
gosh.
was. So let me give you the quick answers to Ann Bonnie, and I'm going to explain our next two locations. So Aaron's getting a little bored and dry with his thermal, so we're going to actually do an experiment with him at the next location. The next location is the new spot of the year, so I don't have all the answers because it is a murder mystery. What we're going to be doing there, Aaron's going to be wearing a headset, and I'm going to be giving him his own voice recorder that can hear a frog fart from 3 miles away. Like, it is crazy. So he's going to listen to me tell the tale and see if there's any actual disembodied voices coming through in the background. We will be recording the entire session. I do listen to it from start to finish when I get to the office. It's the only piece that I listen to from start to finish because I'm still learning about the crazy voice recorder. So hopefully you're going to capture something in the background, and I will tell you what we've captured so far once I give you that very short history of what I do know about the mystery. So it's an interesting tale, and it's kind of recent. It's only 90 years old. So, I mean, it's 1933, so it's not that old. The last location, we will be doing the virtual reality piece again, but we're going to be adding an Estes method session to that. Does anybody know what that is? I'm going to blindfold somebody with a spirit box.
Oh.
I don't want to do it.
Now,
I'll be down.
that person is, well, you've been using it, so you're probably going to be the blindfolded person.
Okay.
So what I was going to do with you is give you the virtual reality piece, since you're the birthday girl.
what's it?
So the two of you are going to be sitting next to each other, and you're not going to know the history. I'm going to teach everybody else the history, and then we're going to come back and talk to the two of you as if you were the ghost. Hopefully, you're going to be telling me like a conversation, and you're not going to be able to hear what the questions are. So you're just going to tell me whatever you hear, and hopefully it turns into a conversation. Hopefully the images that you get are going to be as cool as what we caught here, and it's just going to be supplemental. Your piece is actually more relevant and more accurate than what I'm about to do with him. So yours is about 45% accurate, so about half the pictures are going to be relevant to the space. His chances are like 1 out of 3.
She just said, say it right now.
So that's kind of like what's going to happen at that next location. That code word that I displayed over at the alley, I'm hoping is going to come through Trill when we get over there. So that doctor likes to poke through and kind of chime over the person I'm really trying to talk to, but he gives me the clues that he's there. So that's why last night was the first night that I tried the code word. It didn't come through. I'm going to try it again tonight and see if we can get it. So I will show you 5 what that code word is when I'm giving you the history, and these two will still not know what the code word is. Does that make sense? I didn't want you guys to be like in on the secret, so he just screams it out. You know what I mean? And makes a big deal out of it. All right, questions to Ann Bonnie. By the way, this is one of the few pictures of Ann Bonnie you can find where she has a shirt on. The reason why is because she used to bare her breast to show men that they were just killed by a woman. You have to remember, she's wearing male pirate garb. So everybody thinks she's a guy when she kills them, but then she flashes them and says, haha, you just got killed by a girl. So, told you, she was a badass. Obviously, her hair color was red. The names of her parents, William Cormack, Mary Brennan. So, this was not another subliminal trick with the name Mary. We just happen to have 2 in the story. So we had Mary Reed from the ship. Mary Brennan was the mom. I will tell you that Mary Brennan was a servant for the Cormack family. Now you can all guess and be correct on how Dad met Mom. So there is a whole 30-minute scandal there that we don't need to discuss. The name of the city, what's that?
Oh no.
The name of the city where Anne grew up was Cork in Cork County, Ireland. So we do get the word Cork from time to time, not very often, but hopefully, we will get it. And you guys are just missing things in real time, which is perfectly fine. Calico Jack. Everybody wants to see what they base Johnny Depp off of, because it's hysterical. Calico Jack was named that because of the jackets that he wore. They came from British captains that he killed. His father was a tailor, and textiles were important to him. Calico Jack basically means fancy jacket. That's where the name came from. Depending on which book you read, it also says fancy pants, but I'm not buying that one. But anyway, the name of his ship was called the Kingston. I don't expect the word Kingston to actually come through on Trill's device. Maybe Joy's, just because it does pick up more disembodied voices, but the word King would suffice on either of the other two devices. So again, it's kind of about what color is a big red barn, and we hear the word blood kind of mentality. Sometimes they have to grab whatever they can. We're not going to hear Kingston on Charleston radio stations. It's just not going to come through. But we do have a King Street here, or if somebody's talking about England, you guys get the point. We didn't get any of those things. I don't know what you guys thought you heard the name of it was, but I do want to write down Charles for sure, since he did hear that, and we did get that PC that showed up on James' thing earlier. I can't help but think that that's actually Chuck's initials backwards, just because we were getting closer and closer to his grave. We are going to be walking up about 2 blocks. I do want you to film at our last location, so I'm going to have you hang on to that camera, even though we're not going to use it while you're listening to that crazy, earbuded thing. But when you get that voice recorder, man, you're going to see like why I handed it out as a separate thing all by itself, just like the virtual reality cam. Like, it's pretty nuts. Any other major questions on Pirates? I'm stoked, guys. Like, this is actually turning out to be a pretty decent night, especially with that 146 that was caught. We had picture of Blackbeard coming through. Like, I'm excited for y'all. And I'll be honest, like last night at the end of their tour, I was like, guys, this was like a whole lot of nothing. We didn't get a whole lot at all. So, but anyway, let's go learn about a murder mystery. So, oh, by the way, as we walk, did you guys notice all the big QR codes? I've seen some of you like playing with them on your devices. Yeah. That's my business card. If you want all my social media, the website, email address, and all that stuff, just tap your phone to it, or if you have Apple, you gotta scan it. So that's what that is. I don't do paper business cards because I'm a high-tech guy.
I feel that. He said Aaron got disorder.
Long walk.
You heard that? Huh? He said Aaron got disorder.
Call my mom and talk. My mom hates scary movies.
What's that?
Like if she could let me see an R-rated movie on my phone, like go in there and watch
Yeah,
it
what?
herself. And she said all because that is
disorder.
She said when they were watching it,
So you don't have one?
they actually have like the person
No,
from
not a
they
real
come
disorder.
out the back and run through. Oh yeah.
So what is it?
It's kind of been red.
My own big disorder.
It's shit in the 90s, bro.
Wait, what?
My own big disorder.
I'd be scared.
What happened?
Bro, you got your disorder.
Like, me and my mother don't talk about what
I'm walking.
just because of who she is. But I will tell you, my mother loves old horror movies. And when I was probably 8 or 9 years old, remember, I'm 8. My mom sat me down and watched The Exorcist again. 8? Yeah.
You want us to stop recording, right?
No, that is.
You feel her? I heard of it, but like I just can't bring myself to watch it.
Oh, everywhere we go, it just gets scary.
I just can't bring myself.
So like BBL.
My bad, y'all.
We would watch a lot of those black and white,
People.
like The Mummy and that kind of thing.
Sketchy parking lot.
God.
Private.
Because if I tell her all I'm doing, she's not gonna believe me. She's like, just pray before you go.
Home, so she
But
can do
if I
it safe.
brought anything super scary yet?
No,
No, I haven't.
okay, it's not turning out as bad as I thought it was.
Exactly.
I was like a shiver. Hello.
What is it? Nah, I just think I found something that, I be playing a song and I try to finish the song. It's crazy to think that a whole fire was right here. Around the whole town. I never even heard that before. Oh, they breaking and entering. They breaking and entering.
That's what it said?
Huh?
That's what it said?
No, I was looking. I was looking at the gate. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that would be crazy if they said that. Somebody got 16? Nelson Mullen.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
My youngest daughter is 17, so she's about to graduate. Where we're going?
Yeah.
So the corner, we're going to be on a corner.
Richard. So I see it's something, a silhouette on top of one of them.
Finally, I'll be resting in peace. Finally.
Marianne. Kate. Ramsey.
Live concert.
I ain't going to it.
One of the church is crazy though, I ain't gonna lie.
Police.
I'm ready for these.
It started at like 3.3.
Crack open some legs.
Hey, why?
Okay, bro. Get in front of me.
Who was even talking to you?
That's my
Him?
Don't be staring at that.
Don't get mad because I'm looking at his.
Don't look at mine. I'm gonna walk sideways. I would crab walk.
fellas.
I would crab walk the whole trip.
Oh, I'm just stopping it. This is all I do. It's not a side hustle.
But do you like doing this?
I wouldn't do it.
Because some people do stuff just to.
I found a way to use all my degrees. I still write books. I still keep up the website, create my own social media stuff. I create my own videos on TikTok.
Okay.
Like, I'm doing it all. Like, I love it.
That's what you call unself-like group up. Stop. I promise you, y'all cry.
Please don't split that pole.
Crap.
Yo. What happened?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Right
As far as going to work from Walmart, now I do this.
there. What car is it?
I actually make more money at Walmart. Where's your mom? Where's your mom?
She started in
That name sounds familiar. I was a co-manager up there.
Really?
Yeah.
And where?
Conway. Conway. It's in Myrtle Beach area.
Yeah, that's what she wanted.
That's my mom.
But I moved to North Carolina more because I was transferred from Walmart from Ohio down here for the promotion. 2012.
Yeah, that'd be about right.
Why no?
My bad.
Hey, co-manager Nick. That's what everybody called me.
3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 5.
58RR.
Yeah. I wish you never heard BARL.
I would have said yeah.
I'm an English guy. Names mean a lot to me. That's why I do my best to try to remember these
I
names.
like this little road though. I ain't gonna. That would be a 5 big right there.
Damn shots.
That's a nice picture, bro. Like.
Yeah, anybody wants to take a picture, by all means. You want to give me tours? You guys need to take pictures? Take pictures.
Want to take some pictures?
Yeah, cobblestone stuff is crazy,
Want to
man.
take some pictures?
Just saying, don't ride your car down there.
I'm telling you, guys, you shake all the guts out your stuff.
Oh, 350.
Oh, what's other things? Girl,
I got
Alrighty. I don't fart.
My father-in-law works for auto sales, so every time we pass O'Reilly, I start singing the song and he gets pissed.
We going in there?
Who's that?
Who's what?
That man. Statue.
Oh.
That's George Washington.
I want to see
We're
it.
going there later.
Oh. I bet.
They still want to fight.
Shoot. They going off thinking. Oh, that one's open.
That's like the common music.
I ain't
Don't do
gonna
that. Don't do that.
I ain't gonna do that. You know that whoever got that is unlocking now.
It's done. Pay all that money.
This
You
one
need to leave your bank.
Just because you got that. Oh, I thought. My bad. I don't like them.
Here.
Yo. Y'all watch Nurse Turtle movie?
All right, Aaron.
Yeah.
You're up. Have a seat.
Let's go.
You say Aaron.
Don't need ears.
Man. Melvin.
Melvin.
Joy, did you hear anything along the way?
Melvin.
You need to give me a job.
Because I don't know what I'm hearing things, but I'm not. You know what?
You want me to
see it
start
like
recording?
that right there? Like it said,
No, we're actually going to set that down. Go ahead and stop the recording.